yourself?
Just a friendly reminder.
I'll try to my best because I'll probably.
So, Christian's walking in.
Good evening. I'll call the Tuesday, January 21st, 2025 County Board meeting to order. Just another, last time I'll say it, but please refer to putting your cell phones away and not using them during the meeting. And I'm sure you all can remember that, so I don't have to remember to say it again next month. So, but thank you for that. Are we in compliance with the open meeting law?
Yes, we are. The agenda was posted at 2:30 p.m. on the 17th.
Thank you. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay, roll call, please.
Do we have any supervisors remotely?
Supervisor Clark is here.
Supervisor Schobert is here.
Anyone else? Okay.
Okay. It says connected, but.
Yep.
Okay, all right.
We have 23 supervisors present.
Okay, great. Thank you. Move on for the approval of the December 17th, 2024 journal. Supervisor Wagner. I think you're on. Thank you. Supervisor Koch.
That.
Okay, the motion has been made and seconded for approval of the journal. Any comments, questions, corrections? Hearing none, all please vote.
Supervisor Clark?
Aye.
Supervisor Schobert?
Aye.
That's approved unanimously.
Okay, we'll start with consideration of appointments by the chairperson.
To Joint County Library Planning Committee, Thomas Wagner of Plymouth, Keith Obler of Plymouth.
Supervisor Koch. Thank you. Supervisor Ellis.
Second.
Okay, motion's been made to approve the appointments by the chairperson. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, all please vote.
Supervisor Schobert?
Aye.
Supervisor Clark?
Aye.
Those appointments are approved, 23 yes, 3 no.
Okay. Consideration of appointments by the county administrator.
Also, Joint County Library Planning Committee, William Gehring of Random Lake, Leah Hibble of Sheboygan, Becky Kaczynski of Plymouth, and Rachel Montes of Elkhart Lake.
Supervisor Wagner. Oh, okay. Thank you. Supervisor Ellis.
Here I will second.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded for the appointments by the county administrator for the library planning committees. Any corrections, questions, comments? Hearing none, please vote.
Supervisor Clark?
Aye.
Supervisor Schobert?
Aye.
Those appointments are approved, 20 yes, 3 no.
Okay, passed. All right, thank you, Mr. Clerk. We are now on to the presentations for tonight.
We have HG Miggs LLC, presentation of James B. Sorensen Award for Excellence in Pavement Preservation, to be presented to Brian Olson on behalf of the Transportation Department.
All right. Come forward, and you shall be heard. I'm personally very excited about this, too. I had the opportunity to read it, and I'm sure you all saw the packet. In the packet was a lot of the detail, yes. So.
Well, this should only take a couple hours, so.
Okay, good.
I just have a few notes, that's all. So I appreciate it. Good evening. My name is Dan Swartz. I'm an engineer with HG Miggs. I'm here with Greg Schnell, who some of you may know, and Ken Shackman, also with HG Miggs. HG Miggs is a supplier of liquid asphalt products to the regions. We primarily work in Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa, and UP. But we're part of a larger company based out of Indianapolis, so we serve most of the upper Midwest. One of our foundational pillars at HG Miggs and our larger parent company, the Heritage Group, is the support of pavement preservation. And what we mean by that is keeping our roads that we've invested so much money and time into, keeping them in as good of a shape and as high of serviceability as we can for as long as we can, thereby stretching budget dollars and getting more taxpayer bang for their buck, so to speak. One way we do that is through involvement and support of trade associations. So not unlike some of us might support like Ducks Unlimited or any of these building associations. They work in support of not only amplifying our message, but sharing resources, education, and so forth to the public. FP Squared, which stands for the Foundation of Pavement Preservation, that's the squared parts of PP. FP Squared is one of those trade associations that's primarily deals with pavement preservation. They're funded in part through Federal Highway Administration, the FHWA, but companies like MIGS, companies like contractors that you may be familiar with, pavement preservation contractors, also would pay in. And again, it's a two-way street, so it's education component, it's amplifying our message, it's resource sharing, and so forth. One thing that FP Square does is they administer an award called the James B. Sorensen Award. That's what we're here to talk about. James Sorensen was a preservation engineer with the feds, worked for decades promoting, is a real champion for the pavement preservation industry, passed away before his time. They established this award in his honor. It's given to one agency annually, and this agency can be anything from local township up through state DOT. Past winners have included Caltrans, so that's what California calls their DOT, Caltrans, the Ohio DOT, City of Los Angeles, among others. Now, as effective 2024, Sheboygan County's Highway Department, Transportation Department, the Highway Division can count themselves on that list. We'll get to that in a moment. The award takes the form of a nomination from either an FP Squared member or a colleague. So a different county could nominate someone. In this instance, we put a nomination in for Sheboygan County, and I understand that award or nomination packet is something you have in your notes. So I'd encourage you to take a look. It's pretty extensive. We go over some history, we go over some current data. We were able to solicit some very nice recommendations from township people that Sheboygan County works with, all the way up to the DOT. So it showed this kind of collaboration. The FP Squared board meets and they consider really 4 criteria for awarding the Sorensen Award. The first is acceptance of concepts of pavement preservation. Do you do this? Well, of course, if you're applying for this award, of course you do. Use of communication tools. So how are you telling the public this is not only the right thing to be doing, but we're being responsible stewards of the tax money that we're bringing in and of the transportation resources. But the other one is demonstrations showing that you do them, but then uniqueness of the program. And this is where we really hung this proposal, because as most of us are aware, Wisconsin is the only state in the United States that has a routine maintenance agreement between the DOT and the respective counties. That's why our level of service for snow plowing, for example, is unparalleled in the United States, right? Because the counties are able to get out there with their own people, their own equipment, and take care of their roads, so it doesn't end at the county line, right, the snow removal process. That extends, by the way, to pavement preservation. So somewhere around a little more than a decade ago, that maintenance agreement was extended to include things like pavement preservation. And Bryan and Sheboygan County is a great example of how they used that to work with the local DOT folks. I believe it was State 144 in this instance that collaboration really paid off. So it's this sort of like boots on the ground championship of preservation in a region that really shines on how unique this opportunity is for the county. So I mentioned some prior winners. I mentioned Ohio DOT and Caltrans and the city of Los Angeles, and there are others. There's a list on the website. And what I want to point out is these are, by and large, these are winners with a much higher profile, higher budgets, right? We're talking about full state DOTs, and we're talking about a lot more notoriety. These are people that they're more often in the news, they're more often having a light shown upon them. But we feel with our nomination that Sheboygan County, the Highway Division, really stands alone in this list now and sets an example moving forward. And the reason why, they not only embrace the right treatment at the right time, that's the preservation ethos, but they're the ones doing the work. Right, it's Sheboygan County employees out there doing the preservation. It's home ownership of the process, which really makes it unique among the other award winners. So the decision from FP Square Board came back as unanimous. So on behalf of MIGS and Asphalt Materials, and I hope you'll help us, we feel honored to present the 2024 award, James B. Sorensen Award for Pavement Preservation, to Bryan at Sheboygan County.
Thank you. I really appreciate HE Meigs nominating us and working so hard to collaborate with us in so many wonderful projects. I'd be remiss not to thank you as a county board for supporting our department and what we do in our mission every day, as well as our transportation committee. They really have stepped up. I must be a little biased, but I say I got one of the greatest committees to work with every month and everything on things. It's great. I also like to thank Elaine for her support. The biggest thing is really want to thank our staff. I mean, the guys that are out there every day driving the truck, they're doing all the things that they're buying into their programs, what we're trying to do and moving that forward. And some of that came from a generation before that taught this generation. So that's something I'm so proud of to be a part of. So thank you.
Before you guys go, can we get, sure. Ed, can you come up and take a picture? Or here's Elaine, she's got a camera too. You have permission to turn on your cell phone. Thank you again for the presentation. Thank you, and I think we all know, or if we haven't seen it in our packet yet or had a chance to read through the document on it, please do, because it's impressive, and it's a wonderful honor and a great feather in the cap for Sheboygan County. All right. Are there any public addresses?
There are none.
Okay, thank you. Are there any letters or communications or other announcements?
We have none.
Okay, thank you. County Administrator's Report. Administrator Kraus.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, everyone. I don't have anything to pull from under the podium to present to you this evening, but I am proud to go through our annual State of the County address. So this is a presentation I give not only to the board on an annual basis, but I also give the same presentation to a number of community groups throughout the year. So this will be a reflection on 2024 and touching on some of our significant accomplishments from the year. On any given day across the county, we've got over 900 employees that are working in 19 different departments and carrying out services on behalf of the board and serving our residents. So none of the things that I'm about to go through tonight will be possible without them or without your support. So as I mentioned, this will just be a summary of 2024 and some of the more significant accomplishments and milestones. Now, of course, there's all sorts of things that we're proud of that have occurred in the past year. I couldn't possibly touch on all of them or we'd be here all evening. So these are some of the more significant achievements. You'll see this year, especially if you've heard the state of the county for years in past, a lot of times there are focuses on maybe infrastructure or buildings or other capital type projects. You'll see the theme of this one is more so on technology. The projects maybe are less flashy, but equally as important to making sure that we're able to serve our residents effectively. And again, you'll also see a theme throughout the presentation on enhancing service delivery and using taxpayer dollars wisely, which is what Dan just touched on quite a bit. These are in no particular order. First one, though, relates to our behavioral health services, and this is specifically our comprehensive community services and children with long-term support, which are commonly referred to as CCS and CLTS for the acronyms. These are the most intense wraparound services that are provided for individuals, both youth and adults in the community who have significant behavioral health needs. As you can see, this chart is illustrating from 2019 until what we're projecting for 2025, not only the number of clients that we have or anticipate serving, also the wait list for those who are waiting to get served. As depicted in the chart, over the past 5 years, from 2019 to 2024, the demand for service has risen 143%, which is staggering. And so you can see here in 2024, we served 524 clients and had a wait list of 190 individuals waiting to get in for service. Our staff are seeing, on average, at least 10 clients per week coming in looking for services. So this continues to grow, and in 2025, we are expected to spend $17 million on these programs alone and serve over 650 people. The expenses for these two programs are primarily covered by Medicaid, and there is very minimal, if any, reliance on tax levy to support these programs. And the expansion, in order to keep pace with the number of clients that are needing services, we've expanded our staffing to meet the need. In the last 5 years, we've added over 60 employees, so 60 employees for this purpose, and we're still not able to keep up, as you can tell by the wait list. So we continue to grow to meet the needs of the community, and we'll do so continuing in 2025. In addition, as you might imagine, in the year ahead, we will also be tackling the space challenges, because as we add employees, we are running out of room to physically put them. So we do allow working from home, and that has helped. However, there are needs for employees to be in the office and specifically meeting with clients. So that is on the horizon for 2025, is the space for all of the employees to meet the needs of the clients. Lake Breeze Aviation began their operations in February at the Sheboygan County Memorial International Airport. In 2024, the airport had nearly 27,000 aircraft operations. And if you boil that down to how many there are per day, it's pretty staggering how many flights are coming or going in any given day at the airport. I think a lot more than people may realize. It is a very busy place. Lake Breeze Aviation, as you know, offers services such as fueling, towing, parking, and as you can see in the picture on the bottom right, de-icing, which is important so that aircraft can take off no matter what the weather is. In their first 11 months of business, so from February through the end of the year, there were about 770,000 gallons of fuel sold, which tells us that it was a very busy and productive year. We had a number of annual events, such as Wings and Wheels, a very popular event. We also welcomed the T-28 Warbirds for their clinics, which also brought a lot of visitors to the airport. So Lake Breeze Aviation is meeting or exceeding all of the goals that the county board set out for them. They have made their pricing competitive, they have increased customer service, and we are reducing our tax levy reliance for all airport operations, not only the FBO services, but all of our legacy airport operations as well. Cybersecurity, not the most thrilling topic, although Chris Lewinsky, our IT director, may disagree with me, but for the average person, not the most thrilling topic, but we all know how important cybersecurity is, especially our friends over at the city. If all of our operations came to a standstill because of a breach, and if we had sensitive data that was released, if we weren't able to provide services, that would be a huge disruption. So we partnered with the industry expert, KnowBe4 is the name of the company, to implement a comprehensive cybersecurity training program for our employees, and the county board also participated in that. This program was highly successful. We went through a number of different training modules and phishing simulations, and after 4 months, we had a 90% reduction in vulnerability, which is extremely impressive. And so we continue to offer training. We continue to have phishing simulations put out to employees. I just got one today and clicked the little hook link and got the congratulations, you spotted the fish test. So we continue to offer these trainings and testing to employees to make sure that they are staying abreast of the most current threats to them. As you all know, you can have the best security at your house, you can have all the bells and whistles in the top of the line, whatever the case is. But if you open the door or leave a window unlocked, the bad guy can get in. And it's the same with cybersecurity at the county. If one employee clicks on one bad link in an email, they could be into our network and do God knows what kind of damage. So this is not the most exciting topic, but extremely important to us to be able to continue operations seamlessly. For the highway department, we completed a 5,000 square foot addition on the north side shed, which is located on Highway 42. That shed was originally built in 1994, and we needed more space to accommodate the larger equipment. When that shed was built, decades ago, trucks were about 32 feet long. Now, a fully mounted truck with plow blades is over 46 feet long. So the equipment just isn't fitting in the infrastructure that we had that was built decades ago. So we completed a addition to the highway shed, as you can see here, along with a couple other enhancements, such as electrical service upgrade, HVAC improvements. We relocated the fuel island, put up fencing, and repaved the parking lot. And as you can see from the picture in the top middle, some of our staff doing some of the work, trying to keep our costs low by utilizing the skills and expertise that we have in-house and putting our staff to work right at their job site. We also have design underway for a similar project for the South Side Highway Shed, which is located just off of I-43 on County OK. So that is currently under design, and construction is set to start in 2025 and likely roll over into 2026 for that project. And staying on the theme of the highway department, in 2024, they completed nearly 50 miles of road work, which is pretty impressive. And it's everything from a complete reconstruction that you can see pictured on the left to pulverizing, repaving, and seal coating, which is what is on the right pictures. And so our staff are out there on a daily basis working to keep our infrastructure safe and reliable for our visitors and our residents. And all of this is possible because of the half-cent sales tax and the revenue that's dedicated directly towards transportation. Our public health division led a highly collaborative effort in 2024 to publish the community health assessment and then the corresponding document, which is the community health improvement plan. The assessment, which was the first phase of that, included a number of different interviews with community leaders, community listening sessions, surveys, both on the phone and online. And they used all the data from that assessment to formulate the health improvement plan. And that helped establish 5 priority areas, as you can see outlined on the slides here. And for those of you who can't perhaps read them, they include positive mental health, responsible substance use, activity and nutrition, access to affordable housing, and access to affordable high-quality childcare. So these are the 5 areas that our community identified as the most significant areas for opportunity to increase our overall health of the community. And this is a collaborative effort with, like I said, our public health division led this process. They worked with United Way, they worked with our local health systems and hospitals, as well as UW Extension and many other community organizations. And the plan reflects a commitment by our community leaders to not only identify areas for improvement, but also come up with strategies to address them and try and work over the next couple of years to make improvements in those areas. The dispatch center in the Sheriff's Department switched over to a new phone service called Next Gen 911, and it is a faster, more stable, and more resilient platform. The project included upgrading all of our computer equipment and software, and significant enhancements in location technologies. So now when someone calls into the dispatch center, we can not only place them in the building that they're calling, but also the floor they're on and perhaps even the room that they're in. And so this allows us to reduce our response times and also improve the chances of successful interventions in critical situations. In addition, our former platform allowed individuals to text into 911, and this new system now also allows individuals, callers, to share videos or photos of the situation. So if perhaps they can't speak due to the situation, or if they want the dispatchers to see what they're seeing, they can send in photos and videos, allowing for a more effective response from our first responders. In addition, there will be a few more upgrades coming in 2025, specifically to hardware and a few other things related to the overall communication center. County facilities. We continue to work to maintain and upgrade our various facilities. So as I know you've heard me speak about before, last year in 2024, we completed phase 1 of the exterior renovation of the courthouse. And that included the cleaning, the tuck pointing, and replacing some of the damaged limestone. In 2025, we will be doing the window replacement and replacing all of the windows in this building, which are original from 1933. Yes, so take a look. They won't be here for long. In fact, this project started last week, and to my surprise, they were out there this morning. So they have started replacing windows on the 6th floor, so right above us, which was our former jail. And so there's no employees working up there. It's mainly storage at this point. So they started replacing windows last week. And like I said, this morning in these terribly cold conditions, there was a man. Obviously, I'm sure he had all of his, harnesses and whatnot, but I saw him hanging out of the window from the 6th floor this morning. So you couldn't pay me enough to have that position. But nonetheless, work is underway, and so all of the windows in this building will be replaced in 2025, and then following that, we will do some roof repairs as well to ensure that the envelope of the courthouse is weather tight for many years. In addition, we made some significant investments at the detention center this past year, and we replaced the original cooling equipment from 1998, and we also added new and replaced old security cameras, ensuring not only the safety of our corrections officers, but also those who are in our custody at the detention center. This top left image may look familiar to you. You might remember last summer the CrowdStrike incident. It affected businesses across the globe, mainly banking, airlines, et cetera. You may remember the airports were shut down. And Sheboygan County was not immune from this. We also use CrowdStrike. And so the IT department started receiving reports around 11 o'clock at night that some of our employees at the dispatch center and at Rocky Knoll were getting what they call the blue screen of death from Microsoft, which means your computer is useless. There is literally nothing you can do with it. So at 11 o'clock at night, our IT department got to work, and the entire department worked through the night to make sure that our operations were restored and there was no disruption to services for our residents. Not only our 24/7 operations, like I said, dispatch and Rocky Knoll being the priorities, but they worked tirelessly through the night to make sure that our operations were not interrupted by this outage. And that's extremely remarkable. If you recall, when other companies worldwide had this same outage, they shut their doors down that next day. They closed their businesses. They were out of operations for days, and we were back up and running with a couple hours. So a testament to the expertise and knowledge of our IT department and their willingness to work throughout the night to get us back up to operations without any disruption. In addition, I wanted to just add that afternoon, by the time they got the county, all of our operations back up and running, they were then reaching out and helping other municipalities who were struggling with the same thing, who didn't have the same technical support that we did. So not only did we make sure that county operations were uninterrupted, but helping our local partners in any way that we could. Health and Human Services rolled out a new software program called Smart Care, and it's designed to enhance service delivery and streamline operations, not only for the staff, but also the thousands of clients that we serve in any given year. The new platform centralizes all of the client data and case management tracking and helps case managers streamline their workflows and ensure timely and personalized interventions for individuals. The software implementation represents nearly 10 years of work and a significant capital investment to ensure that we have high quality support for our clients. As you might imagine, our social workers and those who work in health and human services, software implementation it's not their bailiwick, but they manage through, and we're proud to have this new software system to again enhance service delivery. As you know, in November, you approved the budget for 2025, and the budget included a property tax levy increase of only 0.02%, which equals about $9,000. In addition, the property tax rate decreased 7.93% from the previous year down to $3.58. This is the 9th year that the tax rate has gone down. So these two statistics represent our strong fiscal track record and the fiscal health of our organization. Additionally, we received a clean audit report for 2023. We are projecting a surplus for 2024, and we continue to have a Moody's credit rating of AA2, which is a high investment grade. We have healthy reserves, and a huge shout out to Steve and his team in finance for making all of this happen for our organization. As John can attest to, equipment for our elections is also very important. In 2024, we purchased new election equipment from Clear Ballot Group. And we purchased the equipment for all 28 municipalities so that we had identical equipment throughout the county. We wanted to make sure that we were able to improve our operations, provide consistent training for all of the poll workers, and this new equipment offers a streamlined and more user-friendly programming, secure storage, and up-to-date ADA compliance. So these innovations in technology allow us to make sure that our elections are transparent, secure, and efficient, which was especially important this past November when we saw record turnout at the polls. So those are the major accomplishments, a lot of things that we should all take pride in collectively, and I'm so proud of all of our employees who are working on every day to make this happen, thankful for the board for their support throughout the year, and look forward to another positive year of 2025 with more accomplishments to celebrate. Thank you.
Thank you for that report, Administrator Kraus. Moving on, consideration of committee reports from Executive Committee, ordinance number 12.
Regarding amending section 38.03 Criminal Code offenses, recommendation to enact.
Supervisor Gearing. Supervisor Jorgensen.
Mr. Chairman, I would second that motion.
Okay. Motion has been made and seconded for approval of ordinance number 12, amending the section criminal codes. Any discussion, questions? Hearing none, please vote.
Supervisor Clark.
Aye.
Supervisor Schobert.
Aye.
That ordinance passed unanimously.
Thank you. Consideration from Finance Committee Resolution number 21.
Reauthorization of self-insurance status for workers' compensation, recommendation to adopt.
Supervisor Gearing. Supervisor Wagner. Motion's been made and seconded to adopt resolution number 21, reauthorizing self-insurance status for workers' compensation. Any questions, comments, discussion? Hearing none, all please vote.
Supervisor Schobert,
Aye.
Supervisor Clark.
Aye.
That resolution passed unanimously.
Thank you. Also from Finance Committee, Resolution Number 22.
Regarding accepting donation from Ducks Unlimited to purchase additional property to be added to the Sheboygan County Road and Marsh. Recommendation to adopt.
Supervisor Gehring. Supervisor Wagner. Thank you. A motion has been made and seconded to approve Resolution Number 22 from the Ducks Unlimited purchase of additional property at the Marsh, Broughton Marsh. Any questions, comments, discussion? Hearing none, please vote.
Supervisor Clark,
Aye.
Supervisor Schobert,
Aye.
that resolution passed unanimously.
Thank you. Also from Finance, Resolution Number 23.
Regarding petitioning the Secretary of Transportation for airport improvement aid, committee recommendation to adopt.
Supervisor Gehring. Thank you. Supervisor Koch.
Support that motion.
Thank you. Motion's been made and seconded, supporting Resolution Number 23 on Secretary of Transportation for improvement aid at the airport. Any discussion, questions, comments? Hearing none, please vote.
Supervisor Schobert,
Aye.
Supervisor Clark,
Aye.
that passed 22 yes, 1 no. I'm sorry, 1 abstention.
Abstention, okay. Thank you. And finally, ordinance number 11 from Finance.
Regarding amending section 4703 of the Sheboygan County Code regarding wage ranges, recommendation to enact as amended per the committee report.
Supervisor Gehring. Thank you. Supervisor Ellis.
Thank you, Chair. I will second.
Okay, thank you. A motion's been made and seconded to approve amending section of the Sheboygan County Code regarding wage ranges. Any questions, comments? Hearing none, all please vote.
Supervisor Schobert,
Aye.
Supervisor Clark,
Aye.
that's passed unanimously.
Thank you. I'll pass the gavel over to Vice Chairman Brower.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Resolutions introduced. Resolution number 24.
From Finance Committee regarding carryover of unexpended 2024 appropriations to 2025.
That will be referred to Executive Committee. Resolution number 25.
From Law Committee regarding amending 2025 budget to provide match funding for Public Safety Answering Point Grant Project.
That will be referred to Finance. Resolution number 26.
From the Transportation Committee regarding approving option and lease agreement between Sheboygan County and the Towers LLC.
That will also be referred to Finance. Ordinances introduced.
We have none.
Okay. Next item of business. Supervisor Gehring, please help me. You have a motion? Supervisor Wagner? We have a second. Any discussion? All in favor of adjournment? Vote.
Supervisor Schobert,
Aye.
Supervisor Clark.
Aye.
Thank you.